Hello and thank you so much for clicking and for watching this video. It has finished Fulham 1, Manchester United 2 in the Premier League. Manchester United returning to the top of the league tonight. Of course, Manchester City beneath them. They have that game in hand. Leicester right in this title race after their 2-0 win against Leicester City recently. And we can't discount the likes of Everton and even Tottenham, who got that massive 3 points against Sheffield United. But right here and now, we need to talk about Fulham and Manchester United. Fulham got off to a brilliant start. That goal from Lookman, really well taken. He's in really good form, and Fulham have been in good form recently. I think United went into this game with this mentality. Whether they knew it or not, maybe they just looked at the table, looked at Fulham's um, sort of league position, and thought, well, we'll coast this. We've got this. We've got this. You cannot go into any game in the Premier League with that mindset, and I feel like United did go into this game with that mindset. I think they put so much into that Liverpool game. They got a really good point. Regardless of the criticism, I think it was a really good performance. Defensively solid, looked comfortable, probably could have won it. Came out with a clean sheet and a point at Anfield. You go to Fulham, you're confident, you're in good form. Doesn't matter where you are in the league. Don't have that mentality that you can just go in there because you've got better players on paper that you can just win the game. It doesn't work like that. And Fulham got off to a great start. I thought there was a lot of energy in their performance, and the start was brilliant. It was really well taken by Lookman, the first goal. I thought Wan-Bissaka made a poor start to the game. I thought we just looked a little bit off it. Similar to a lot of our starts, in the early part of the season, just slow start. And we needed something to sort of galvanise us to pick us up after that Lookman goal because Fulham really good, really positive start, and United get the goal. Piece of brilliance from Cavani, and we go on and we win the game with a goal from Paul Pogba. Wonderful goal, absolute quality. That's what we bought him for. Said in a recent video, I'm frustrated with Paul Pogba now because it sounds strange. He's putting these performances in. He's now adding consistency to his game. But where is this consistency and where have these performances been in the best part of the last 5 years? It's just not been there. I know he's had injuries last season and injuries at the start of this season and different things, but really we have not seen this Paul Pogba before for Manchester United. And ever since all this stuff came out with his agents, ever since it looked like he was going, and I think he will go in the summer, his performances have just gone up. So now we've seen a bit of a drop off, in my opinion, in Bruno's performances, just a slight drop off, and maybe that's to be expected given how much he's given. In his short time at United, he's been here a shorter time than Paul Pogba, and in my opinion, he's contributed much more. So there's been a little bit of a drop off. I thought he actually had a good game tonight, but again, not at his scintillating best. But Paul Pogba was brilliant tonight, and United had that quality that Fulham just lacked, and they weren't clinical. And I really like Loftus Cheek. I thought he had a decent game tonight, but some of the chances that they had, the maybe a better team, better players put it away, and that's no disrespect to those players because I think they have been playing really well. But the quality, there is a difference in quality clearly. But I thought Fulham, if they'd have taken a point tonight, I wouldn't have begrudged them that because I think they played really well. There was a lot of energy about them. I don't think Fulham look like a team that are in trouble. For me, I think they've found a good level of performance, and the performances I've seen recently against Tottenham, against Chelsea, a few weeks ago against Liverpool, that performance against Leicester, which to me kick-started their season really. They've been really good. They've been performing, and as I say before tonight, it was 5 draws in 6. Now it's 5 draws in 7. But turn it the other way, it's 2 defeats in 7. So positive for Fulham. It can only get better, and they've got games against the likes of West Brom coming up. Massive game. They've got Brighton, I think, on the horizon. So these are games that they can win based on their performance level. But they need to turn those draws into wins. So I would be very optimistic if I was a Fulham fan. I would be very positive and hopeful. And I would just think the second half of the season is going to be good for Fulham because the performances and the way that Scott Parker has sort of rejuvenated the squad after that start. Because I thought they were going to be cannon fodder based on the start they made to the season. But I'm happy to be wrong. You know, I don't mind being proved wrong. I'm sure a lot of people, and rightfully so, they were woeful at the beginning of the season. And I saw him play in a game against Everton where there were good periods in that game where I thought, you know what, there's something here for this Fulham team. They've got something, but can Scott Parker get the best out of these players? And I think he is getting more out of these players. So I think, as I say, Fulham will be okay. I don't think they're going to get relegated. I think their performance levels have been really good. As for Manchester United, I have to say tonight, really good tonight. After the Cavani goal, it did change the game, and I think that was to be expected. You know, based on the quality, you know, you'd be very surprised if that quality didn't shine through, based on the confidence of the team and the momentum that they have at the moment. And you could just see them grow in confidence after the Cavani goal. There were still a few moments. I was like that at the end with that one with that deflection that was almost an own goal and almost 2-2. But, you know, we got away with it, and you need that little bit of luck. And even if I still think this team is a little bit short of being in the title race around, you know, come March, April. Excuse me. Even if I think that I'm still missing a couple of players, I still think there's enough there to be in a comfortable position in the top three, definitely in the top four. If we didn't make the top four now, I think it would have to be a complete collapse. He rested Marcus Rashford tonight, which I was happy about. I'm a little bit not concerned, but when I'm watching Mason Greenwood, I think he is lacking a little bit of confidence. Now, more experienced players like Pogba's, like Martial, who we'll get onto in a minute, those players I think you can be a lot more critical of. Now, it's not that you can't criticise Mason Greenwood, it's just that I think a lot of us probably forget that this is still a really young player. He had he had some great performances, scored some great goals when we came out of lockdown and the season resumed last season. And he had that great little run of goals. He was great last season. And this season, has obviously a lot of stuff's gone on off field, and he's just struggling to me when I'm watching him to find that confidence. But he's a really young player, so I can't be too harsh on him. I do think we look a little bit weak down that right hand side, but a Mason Greenwood that's on form, that is firing on all cylinders, that is confident. I think he's fine down that right hand side, but tonight I just don't think he really offered too much. But I can't criticise him too much, just because he is still a really young player and he is still learning, and that will take time. The other side, Martial on the left hand side, I think that's why he's never going to be your out and out goal scorer. He's never going to be your number 9. You see that with Cavani. That Cavani takes that chance. It's 1-1. Martial doesn't take that chance. Rashford and Martial. I know Rashford didn't play tonight, came on as a sub. Martial doesn't take that chance. To me, Martial thinks too much about what he's going to do. And you look at Solskjaer in his prime, during his playing days, you know, it was just, he knew what he was going to do straight away. The best strikers, the best goal scorers, the clinical, the ruthless. You don't have to keep thinking about it. You don't have to take 2 or 3 touches. And, you know, it's there. It's instinct. It's instinct, and Cavani has instinct. Now he's obviously played the game a lot longer than Martial. He's 34, but I feel like Martial is at a point in his career now where he should just know. He should just know. And Solskjaer had that at a young age. He had it at Molde, and he had it when he came to United, and he was ruthless. He was clinical. Because the first game I ever went to was United against Blackburn, August '96. Ollie makes his debut. He scores on his debut. As a shot, it's saved, goal. Shot, saved, goal. And he is ruthless. He was ruthless. He's clinical. Cavani's ruthless and clinical. Van Nistelrooy, ruthless and clinical. Cantona, ruthless and clinical. Cole, ruthless and clinical. So these players, they know what they're going to do straight away. They know what they're going to do straight away. They don't think about it. It's just instinct. And Martial does frustrate me. Now, I played out on the left tonight. I thought he did okay. But if it is gonna happen for him, and he is gonna take on that mantle, he does need to be more ruthless. He does need to be more clinical. Don't think about it so much, because there are chances. We go back to the one against PSG. That's the one that's just there. Cavani puts that away. Cantona puts that away. Ibrahimovic puts that away. So he does frustrate me. And I like Martial. I really like him. And he's scored us some fantastic goals, some big goals, some important goals. But is time now running out for Anthony Martial? I want him to be successful. We've seen in the second half of last season what he can do, but it's just not working for him at the moment. It's just not working for him at the moment. I don't know why that is, but it is frustrating and it is a worry because keep playing him, and I think Ollie should keep playing him because every player needs game time, and the more you play, keep playing, and eventually you'll put these chances away. You'll put these chances away. Unlike, Lampard isn't playing Werner at the moment. Werner's low on confidence at Chelsea, and he's not playing him, and his confidence is going to suffer. Whereas I think fair play to Ollie, he's keeping faith. He's kept faith in Martial. He plays him, and he's giving him opportunities. Obviously, he didn't play him as number 9 tonight. He has in the past, but he keeps playing him, whether it's on the left or a different position, wherever he plays him. He's keeping faith in him. He's trying. So you have to give Ollie credit for that. He's trying to sort of rekindle that belief, that self-belief in Martial, for Martial. So we'll see. I thought Rashford did okay when he came on, but it was late in the game. Ollie made his changes very late. I was a little concerned because are we really going to sort of hang on here? Are we going to go all out to try and get a third? What are we going to do? And eventually he brought McTominay on. He brought Matic on late to shore up our defence. But in the end, United deserved it. I thought just overall based on their performance over the course of the game. But Fulham, as I say, I think they'll be okay. I think they did okay tonight. There's some big games for them coming up. Next up for Manchester United in the league, it's Sheffield United again. A lot of people will think Sheffield United are cannon fodder. They're not. The performances have been very up and down this season. The results have been poor, but they are not a team that just rolls over, as we saw before Christmas, in that we got past them 3-2, but there were moments in that game where they caused us problems. And they almost caused Spurs problems when they got that goal, and it was 2-1, and Spurs, of course, go on and win the game 3-1. They've won recently. They won a couple of games recently, which is a massive lift for them. So, have they turned the corner now? We'll see. But of course, before that, we've got a massive game in the FA Cup against Liverpool coming up, and that's another big test. I think Ollie will rest a lot of players, even though it's the FA Cup and we want to win it. I think he's going to rest De Gea. I think he's going to play Henderson. I think he'll give Van der Beek some more game time. I thought he might have got some game time tonight at some point, but just doesn't seem to fit into any of the plans as far as the league's concerned. I think Fernandes does play, just given the nature of or the size of that game, and it's the FA Cup, so it's a trophy. I think he rests Pogba. I think he brings Lindelof back in alongside Maguire. I would like to see Brandon Williams get some game time at some point, because I know he's been linked with some loan moves to Germany, to the Bundesliga, and I know that he's been linked with Newcastle and Southampton for a loan move, but he seems to be the forgotten man at the minute. And I thought he had a really good season last season, so it's a shame that he's not getting that game time. And I was a little bit disappointed when the likes of Tellers came in, because I thought, well, what does this mean for Brandon Williams? And Luke Shaw's been outstanding, had another really good game tonight. So it is a bit of a shame, really, that he's not getting that game time. But once again, he's a young player, and is he one for the future? But I think if he goes out on loan, that'll only benefit him, and it'll benefit United. Um, because he can bring that experience back. I think playing at Newcastle and Southampton, based on that, under the current managers and current form, would be two very different experiences, for Brandon Williams. But I think he should take the loan move just to give him more game time, because I don't think he's going to get much this season. And I think with his being out of the League Cup, I think if we go out of the FA Cup, his game time is limited even more. Will he play in more in the Europa League? I'm not so sure, because I think he'll play Tellers in those games in that position. So we'll see. But but it's not about Brandon Williams and loan moves tonight. It's about Manchester United winning this game at Craven Cottage. They've gone there and they've won by 2-1. Lookman for Fulham, and goals for Manchester United from Cavani and Pogba. Well taken. United go back to the top of the league. Thank you so much for clicking and for watching this video. What are your thoughts on this game? Are you a Fulham fan? How are you feeling about this game and the games ahead, the second half of the season? And what do United fans think as well about this game and the second half of the season? Do you now believe we can go on and win this league, or is there still a lot of work to be done? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. And of course, until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.